$243,000. What's up, YouTube? Back at you with more junk. I'm the Audi guy, and this time we have car-related stuff. I'm gonna make a D3 video, so this is gonna be D3 content, some entertainment for you guys. And I know a lot of you have been asking for D3 content.
My bad habits lead to late nights sitting alone, conversations with a stranger I barely know, swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use, or do my bad habits lead to what I stare in space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say.
Because this is a D3 video, and I get a lot of questions regarding D3, and hey, you should post more about it, and all this and that, so that's what we're getting to. My most frequently asked questions are, what should I look out for when I buy one of these, and how much does it cost you to maintain this car? The pre-facelift years are 2004 to 2005, and then the facelifted years are from 2006 to 2010. And in 2008, they facelifted for the third time. So there's three styles of the D3. Thinking about buying an 04 to 05 car, your main concerns are going to be if the timing belt was serviced. Ask them if they've ever had the timing belts replaced or any motor service. And other than the obvious things when buying a car, like checking the body, A8s are aluminum, so you don't have to worry about rust. There's very specific door blades on the bottom of the door that can be pretty pricey. You want to check for modules as well. They all come with navigation, automatic headlights, auto sensing wipers, rear heated seats, but like in mine, I have digital rear climates. Making sure all the basic functions work. You have a tilted steering wheel, make sure the heated seats work, the nav, the headlights, the tail lights, the turn signals, the horn. Optioned out, they can come with air conditioned and massaging seats, automatic closing and shutting trunk, keyless entry, and I believe they all, oh, mine has the puddle lights under the mirrors. That's also an option. There's LEDs in the door handles as well. In a facelift car, so this is 06 to 2010, you want to, also camshaft chain tensioners. There's going to be a rattle on startup if those are bad, and they'll sound like a that's expensive to replace, especially if you don't know how to do it yourself, and the parts aren't cheap either. You got the timing chain, you got the high pressure fuel pump, you got soft closing doors, you got the backup camera, a bunch of extra standard electrical features that they put in those cars that could fail. ABS modules are expensive. Basically just checking for lights and stuff. It's really common. It's just like any other car. It's common sense, and then the little knick-knack things in an A8. Power adjusting stiffness in the steering wheel for speed control. See if that works. Power steering pumps, they go. Alternators, they go. All of it a pain in the ass, really. This maintenance costs. So I've had my D3 for 2 years, a little more, so I'm gonna just average out. Body control module. So when I bought my car, the horn, the headlights, and the turn signals, and the windshield wipers didn't work. That cost $900. Engine out service with gaskets and timing belt and thermostat and all the goodies, what you do when you take the engine out, that was around $5 grand. Headlights, $500. Coolant tank reservoir, that was $80. Blower motor, $60. Windshield wipers, $50. Rear suspension overhaul, $12.50. Front suspension overhaul, including my new bags, $800. Surprisingly good deal. I had to replace my folding MMI screen, that was $300. I had to replace the center console MMI button controls, right in the middle, that was $150. ABS modules is like $700 with labor. Cam chain tensioners is like $600, and realistically that puts you at $9,900 roughly, give or take, and that's all those prices can be up in the air, but that's over 2 years basically. So $9,900, which really averages out to about $4,900 a year. And obviously some of those things won't have to be done again, but obviously new problems arise as well. So it could be a high estimate, it could be a low one, depending on how bad your car is or just how many times it fails. This is a 2005 A8 short wheelbase 4.2 liter V8. It's got 240 something thousand miles on it now. The original belt driven 4.2 blew up at me at 225,000 miles. So this all new gaskets, it's got a new thermostat, a new water pump, obviously new timing belt, accessories, tensioners. I think the only thing that really is original, which is now giving me a problem, are the camshaft chain tensioners. The intake manifold is stock, and I believe like the alternator was from the original engine. I did paint these valve covers a long time ago, but because of the heat, they're kind of chipping. I'm honestly proud of myself for the coil packs for still being so clean. I really don't clean the engine bay as much as I should, but I thought, yeah, that's all you guys will get. It's done for now. Power steering reservoir, new lines, new power steering pump. Down there you can't, yeah, right there. And the overflow tank is new, so it's a lot more clearer. This hose that runs along the top of the radiator. When I first introduced this car on the channel, I had gotten it, it was a mess, it was a complete hack. Everything had been messed with, the air suspension was taken out. Obviously the most noticeable difference, if you guys remember me a while back, I had it in 3M 1080 gloss teal with a little bit of metallic in it. I wrapped it myself. This is KPMF. It's satin white with pink metallic on it, so it looks white. I really wanted a wrap that was satin. I'm not a huge fan of matte, and I've already tried out the gloss. So as you can see in certain sunlight, you can see the sun really hits it. This is beautiful, and it brings out this pink. My D4 is white too. It's a perfect match. The both of them look really good together. I had an LL Tech bumper on it, which I still have, but somebody hit me last year in the winter and cracked that up, so that's sitting in my backyard. The roof racks, I know some of you are interested. These are genuine Audi roof racks. I had them ordered from Germany. These have a part number on them. They are as real deal as they get. This cap went flying off, which is a little bit of a bummer. Technically, you call these are crossbars, and then I have the bike rack on here, which is a separate accessory, but this is also Audi. I'm not sure, I think the Audi logo might be on the other side. W12 rear bumper off a long wheelbase D3. Obviously, you know, W12s only came in a long wheelbase. This right here is just an A8. It's a short wheelbase car. So I got this rear bumper up in New Hampshire. Some guy was parting out a W12, luckily enough, and this is genuine. I love the look of the W12s. The rear valence down here is a little fatter. And of course the W12s have these beautiful aluminum exhaust tip cutouts. The beautiful thing about a W12 bumper is they make aftermarket diffusers for it. So I can put a rear lip on here, and I am going to put a tiny lip on the trunk. And I think I also might consider doing one on the rear window. And basically that's really all the updates from the outside. And now I guess we'll talk about the wheels. These are pretty rare, honestly. These are rotiform OZTs. They're real 3-piece. These are 18 by 10.5 in the front, 18 by 12.5 in the rear. I don't regret having to clean them before a car show or anything else. It doesn't make me want to commit suicide or blow out my back or just go back home. 243,462,000 miles on it. The original engine jumped timing on me at 225. So it's been almost 20,000 miles on the new engine. As you guys saw earlier, this car is on bags, and it's quite interesting, the story of it. So, like I said before, when I got the car, somebody had put it on a coil conversion. After about like 15,000 miles, one of the struts snapped completely in half, leaving it basically useless. So then I'm faced with the fact, how do I fix this? Do I buy another set of the coil conversion, or do I try and buy bags or something like that? So basically, the opportunity came about. I bagged my car fully for $1,400 which I think is about the cheapest and best deal that you can get for bagging a car. And yes, it's a little cheating because factory, the car comes with bags. Show you my fittings that I'm running, but my friend's dad owns a hydraulic line company, and I hit his son up, who I'm friends with, and I said, hey, I got this project. Do you think you would be willing to help me with it? And I gave him one of the bags so he can try and make a custom test fit for the fittings, and it ended up working. So I have 4 fittings from R&A Industries running to the 3/8 airlift lines, and that's how I'm running the aftermarket management. If you're interested in doing this, hit me up. We can talk prices. Essentially, you can do this on any car that comes factory with bags. The only thing is you need to have a bag in hand or take one out so I can bring it to them and they can have it in their hands and physically make a custom fitting just for that bag. I have my trunk set up really simple because I like the efficiency of still being able to use my trunk, throw whatever I want in here. If I need to bring something in this car, I can. I don't do it a lot anyway, but I can. This is a 5-gallon tank, and then below I sacrificed my spare tire, which I didn't do in the D4. Don't worry about all this. This is excess airline. That's not part of the work. But I have my air compressor there. I have my water trap there. There's my oh shit line. Then my manifold is just sitting right there in the bottom left corner. Music interface module. And this is from a C6.5 or a finalized facelift D3A8. These are what these systems came in. This is called Audi Music Interface. It's got an Audi part number. It's all original, obviously, except for this Bluetooth interface module. But so, how it works, you can buy the CD update, and they're like 30 bucks. The guy will ask you some questions. You have to go into your MMI here and look up some code stuff, and you tell him. He'll get back to you. He'll send you the update information, and then your infotainment and your electronics are updated, ready for capability of handling now the Audi Music Interface. So you got to use radio keys and take out the CD changer. It's just plug and play. You literally just plug it in, install it, and then you are running factory Bluetooth. Before we wrap up things here, I thought I would just show you my air suspension setup. You can just see the airlift line running out of the fitting, and that's how I have the air going into these factory bags. Those fittings are on each of the 4 bags.
I've been flexing on them all along. I could give the answer to the question, they still got it wrong. I would put my main bitch with my side bitch if they got along. They both keep it solid for me even when there's something wrong. I can't waste no time on bitches wildin' when there's nothing wrong. Put on something, try for the third time, she still got nothing.